Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Catherine McBride and we are going to be practicing about a 30-minute yoga practice today. If you have any injuries or any conditions that makes certain physical movements difficult for you, skip them or change them. The most important thing is to breathe. Breathe deeply throughout the practice and then continue that through your day. Typical yoga breathing is in through the nose and out through the nose. And if you get winded and need to breathe through your mouth, slow things down and continue breathing through your nose. So let's get started. You have your mat. Stand at the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale. We're going to begin with a warm-up called Sun Salute A. Inhale your arms up high to the sky. Exhale, swan dive with a flat back, folding forward. Keep your legs as straight as you can. Inhale, come halfway up. Try to lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step both feet back to a plank pose, then lower toward the floor into chaturanga. Straighten your arms and lift your head up out of your shoulders to up dog as we breathe in. Then lift your hips and push back as we breathe out to down dog. We spend a couple of breaths here. Your heels are moving toward the floor. Your legs are straightening, your arms are straightening, and you're trying to lift your tail high to the sky. Let your head hang down, chin moving towards your chest. Maybe you're looking at your ankles or your knees. Let's take one more breath here. Big exhale, that's perfect. Bring both feet to the top of your mat again. Inhale, legs straight halfway up. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, flat back, come all the way up to standing, reach high. I like to add a little back bend here. And exhale, let's do it again, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands flat on the floor. Step both feet back, plank. Lower down to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Lift head high. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Take a few big breaths. Lips stay closed. Breath is in and out through your nostrils. So we're trying to get the hips up high and the spine out of the shoulders. You don't need to look forward. Instead, look down or look at your own thighs or even your own belly. Deep breath in here. This is our warm-up. We'll do the same thing one more time. Deep breath out. Go. Deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, bend your knees. Step up to the top of your mat. Inhale with a half lift. Exhale with a deep fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Let's add a little back bend if you'd like. And exhale last time. Swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva mukha, that's upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, adho mukha, that's downward facing dog. Heels low, back of the legs stretch long. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, make sure all of the air leaves. Two more, big breath in. Big breath out. Nice and slow. Last big breath in here. And a deep breath out. Bend your knees. When your lungs are empty, step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Your hands can be up on your legs if you'd like. Exhale, deep forward fold. It should be a little deeper than our first one because we're warming up. Flat back. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach high. Reach back a little bit. And now let's bring our hands down to our sides. Roll your shoulders back and down. We're going to go into our second warm-up. So bring your feet together. Bend your knees and let your seat come back into chair pose. Arms reach straight out in front. Arms stay straight as they start to lift up. Lift your chest while you push your seat back. This is chair pose. Exhale completely. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Just like before, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the right foot and step it forward. Drop the back heel down. Inhale your arms to the sky with the right foot, the right leg bent. Good. This is warrior one. Exhale. Let's cycle through back that whole thing. Chaturanga. Good. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Step your left foot up where your left hand is. Drop your right heel down. Front leg stays bent. Inhale, arms come to the sky. This is our warm-up. It's a lot of movement. Exhale back through the vinyasa. That is chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We'll stay in down dog for about 5 breaths. Since this is a group practice, I'm going to recommend that everyone mute yourself so that you, so not everyone can hear the fun that you're having in your home. Good. Nice big breath in here. Big breath out. Good. And we're going to come back up. So step both feet up to the top of your mat. Feet are together. Inhale, half lift. This is to get your spine extra long. Exhale, deep standing forward fold. Now we're going to go back into chair. So bend your knees, your seat is back. Lift your chest, lift your arms to the sky. Let's take an extra couple of breaths here. Big exhale, followed by a big inhale. Maybe lift your chest a little bit higher. Last exhale here. Good. Inhale, come to standing. As you exhale, wide open arms. Good. Separate your feet a little bit. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Good. And then roll them forward. We're trying to focus on keeping our shoulders low and away from each other, away from our ears. Good. Interlace your hands behind your back. And while opening up your chest, push the fist of your hand straight down to open up your chest. Without letting your tush come out, tuck your tail. You can lift your chin a little bit. And let's take a couple of breaths here. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Big breath in. And breathe out. Release your hands. Let your chin rest on your chest. But stand as tall as you can. So we're stretching the back of our neck now. Maybe you bend your knees the tiniest bit. Deep, long breath in. And breathe out. Good. So let's get into our practice. The right foot stays forward. Left foot comes back. Warrior one. Front leg is bent. Back leg is straight. Arms to the sky. It's important that your front knee does not roll inward and does not go beyond your front foot. Nice big breath here. Those who want to go a little farther can interlace their fingers, reach high to the sky, maybe add a little back bend here if you'd like. Good. Last big breath here. We're going to open up to warrior two. So your feet line up now. One arm in front, one arm in back. So the leg that's in front, that arm goes in front as well. Shoulders are low. Back pinky toe is pressing to the floor. Front knee directly over front ankle. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Maybe you walk your toes out a little farther in front. Take a long breath in as you gaze out over your front middle fingernail. Good. One more breath here. Our legs are going to stay the same, but we drop our back hand down to the back thigh. Front palm faces the sky. Keep your front knee bent as you reach up to revolve this warrior two in a big side body stretch. Nice big breath in. Think about your front knee bending and your top hand reaching high to the sky. Last big breath here. Good. Let's go through a vinyasa. So exhale, windmill, both hands to the floor. Step both feet back, lower to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Now the left foot steps forward where the left hand was into warrior one. So your feet are wide on your mat. They're not lined up. Both arms to the sky. Courageously bend your front knee. Make sure that that foot is way out there so your knee doesn't go beyond your foot. Press that back pinky toe down, reaching high to the sky. Maybe when you reach up very high with the crown of your head, you can arc back a little bit if you'd like. Big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Last big breath here. And when you're ready, exhale to warrior two. So now one arm is in front, one arm is in back. Your front knee is directly over your ankle. Good. Long breath in. And as you exhale, look out over your front middle finger now. This is warrior two, and you think of it where your arms are going in two different directions. With warrior one, your arms go in one direction. Great big breath in. Big breath out, shoulders are low. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Now the legs stay the same, back hand to back thigh, front palm for the sky. Inhale, reach up and back with that front arm in a big arc. Keep your front knee bent. Good, big breath. Reaching up and back with your top hand, reaching lower down your leg with your bottom hand. Good, let's take one more breath here. Big breath in through the nose. As you exhale, windmill both hands to the floor to plank pose. Now go through chaturanga, up dog and down dog, but I'm going to show you a resting pose. Knees to the floor, toes together, hips sinking down towards your heels. If you need a break, that's a great way to break. Otherwise, we'll go through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, this is a back bend or a front stretch. Down dog. This is a forward fold or a back stretch. Good. Take a couple breaths here. We can catch our breath, we can rest, we can make adjustments. Good. What's important is that you listen to your body and how you feel. What's feeling good, what's feeling not so good. Good. Let's go into triangle pose. So right foot steps forward, back heel comes down, stand up with both legs straight. The right arm goes out in front, reach beyond your foot. We're not folding forward, we're not folding it to the side, we're just reaching beyond our front foot. Front hand comes to front leg, back hand comes to the sky. Maybe you can slide your hand a little farther down your front leg, but keep your ribs lined up over your front leg. Good. Some of us can look up, reach high with the top hand, reach low with the bottom hand. Great big breath. Big exhale. If you want to go a little farther, you can take your top hand and bring it beyond your head. Good. If you want to go even farther, you bring the bottom hand up as well. Good. Let's windmill our hands towards the floor and switch feet. See if you can jump switch feet. If not, just step. Same thing on the second side. So we come up to standing. Both legs are straight. Reach one hand out beyond the front leg and the front hand. Reach out and beyond. Bottom hand to the floor, top hand to the sky. Slide your front hand down a little bit down your leg. The point is to stretch your side, not to touch the floor. So make the distance between your two hands as long as you can. Some of us can get to the floor, that's not important. Nice big long breath here. If you would like, take your top hand and reach it beyond your head. Don't have to. It's a little deeper stretch for the side body. If you'd like, take your bottom hand and lift it up. It's asking a lot of your low back and belly. Good. Let's take one more breath wherever you are here. And exhale back to Vinyasa. Both hands to the floor, both feet back. Lower to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And everybody exhale to downward facing dog. Good. Push your rear end back and tilt your tail towards the sky to really lengthen the back of your legs. If you wish, you can take one foot and raise it up to the sky. One-legged down dog is just an extra stretch for the bottom leg. If you have one leg to the sky, you can bend it. Really reach your knee up high, high to the sky. Keep your knee high and stretch that leg back way up high. Good. If you've got one leg up, put it down. Maybe we try it on the second side. So the other leg comes up. This leg's going to feel different. Be ready for that. You can let your hips roll open. Good. Maybe bend that top leg and reach your knee high to the sky. The foot that's on the floor, keep your heel low. Nice big breath. That top leg, maybe you reach up again. Good. If your leg is up, put it down to the floor. Let's go through one more vinyasa. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Very good. Downward facing dog. Good. We're going to do a balancing pose now. So this is a challenging pose. You can decide how you want to do it. It's warrior three. Your right foot steps to the center of your mat, and we're going to balance on the right leg. So you can start here. If you know warrior three, go into it and take 5 breaths. We can start here. Your weight is going to come onto your bottom leg, lifting your back leg up. It can be a little bit, or it can be all the way up. Your hands come together, stretching your arms out over your head. This is a beginner version. As you get stronger and get more balance, this is an intermediate. And if you want, you can go all the way. Stretch your back foot and both fingertips straight out to the front. You're looking at the floor. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Extend your whole body. Good. Last big inhale. We're going to take both hands to the floor and standing split. So you can bend your knees if you'd like. Both hands to the floor. Extend your back leg high in the sky as you bring your chest towards your standing leg. Some of us will be able to walk our hands a little closer to our standing foot. Maybe even hold on to our standing foot with one hand or with both hands. Good. Let's take 1 more breath here. We're going to switch sides. So now put the left foot down. We're going to go into warrior three on this side. So the left foot is down. Start to get your balance. Maybe you extend your arms out in front. Maybe it's easier to have your arms to the side. Get your balance. Extend that back leg. If your toes are still touching the floor, that's okay. You want to lift it up. Get your torso aligned to the floor. Maybe straighten your base leg. Doesn't have to be perfect. What's most important is that you're breathing deeply, no matter what shape your body is in. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths here before standing split. Extending long from foot to fingers. Last big inhale, extend. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Back leg comes up high. See how close you can get your hands to your foot. If they're out to the side like kickstands, that's great. Maybe you need just 1 finger as a kickstand near your ankle. That's okay too. Good. Nice long breath. Lifting your leg up as high as it will go while you can still take a big breath in. Good. 1 more breath. You can already be in down dog or resting on the floor. Your choice. Good. Exhale. Let's bring both feet together and actually separate them a little bit on your mat. And we're going to go into a squat. So beginner squat, I would like you to have your heels stay on the floor. Beginner squat is here. You can be resting your hands on the floor. Keep your heels down, chest forward, letting your hips come lower and lower toward the floor. This is a full squat. If when your tush comes down, your heels come up, keep your tush up a little bit. Work on that flexibility and strength until you can go into a full squat. I like to have my elbows inside my knees, and then sometimes I even put my chin down to my chest. It's very good for us to squat every day. So just take a couple of breaths here. Good. When you're ready, just let your seat come down to the floor. And we're going to sit. The first sitting pose is always seated forward fold. So you're sitting down. Walk your heels a little bit farther away so your legs are very long. If you feel like your spine is rounded, put your hands behind you and lift your chest. And try to get legs and spine straight. If you can sit here without support, then maybe you start to walk your hands forward. The idea is you want the middle of your chest to come down onto your knees, not forehead to thigh. So we're going to try to keep our spine very flat. So we walk down. We have another 5 breaths here. Get as low as you can to this forward fold. Maybe your hands reach your feet. They can gently pull your toes towards your head. I prefer to hang on to my ankles. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Chin comes to chest wherever you are. Exhale fully. Last big breath in. And another big exhale. Very good. When you're ready, inhale your head up. Exhale, walk yourself up with your hands. And let's go into a twist. So I'm going to keep my left leg straight. My right knee is going to come up towards the sky. But I have a lot of space between my feet, between my foot and my leg. They're not together. There's at least 1 hand width space here. So this is my right knee. I'm going to put my right hand behind me. My left hand or elbow comes to the outside. Be careful that you don't push your knee to the side. So make a very tall spine and exhale. Then twist as far as you want to go with empty lungs and then breathe in. The twists are very energizing. So we do it in the middle of our practice rather than at the end of our practice. When you breathe in, you get to the deepest part of the twist, which you can feel in your rib cage. Good. Another big long breath in here. This feels great and you want to stay right here, that's great. Stay where you are. Otherwise, exhale completely. Inhale your head to the front. Exhale the rest of your body to the front. And let's do the same thing on the second side. Right leg comes down. Left knee comes up. Leave space between your foot and your thigh. Left hand is behind. Sit up nice and tall. Right elbow or hand comes to the outside. Make a very tall spine. Breathe all of your air out. Then come into the twist. And we stay here for 3, 4, 5 breaths. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Good. Last big breath in here. Big exhale. Very nice. When you're ready, inhale your head to the front. Exhale your body to the front. And I always do a little twist to the other side, to the first side, just to get things back in alignment. Let's go through one more vinyasa. Cross your legs. You can skip this if you want. Hands to the floor. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So now we have a little ab challenge here. If you want to stay in a different pose, you can. Up dog is a good one. But let's just hang out in plank pose for 10 breaths. So take a long breath in and breathe out. Good. Try to make a strong body from your chest, your belly, your side torso, your tush, thighs, calves, and ankles. Everything is strong. Good. So that's maybe 5 breaths. Let's do 5 more. Deep breath in. As you exhale, you push the air out and tighten up your low belly. Breathe in. Try to expand your chest and torso. Breathe out. Good. Let's take 2 more. Big exhale. Last breath in here. Exhale to chaturanga. That's hard. Inhale, upward facing dog. Spend an extra breath here to stretch out our abs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So we're going to move on to do a couple of things on the back, but I don't want you to look at the screen. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. And then I'm going to sit up while I talk you through it. Bridge pose looks like this. Don't do it just yet. Just watch. So we're lying on our backs. Walk your heels back close to your own rear end. And then we're going to push up. Notice I'm only looking straight at the sky. Don't look to the side. If you want to go a little farther, you can do this. Draw your shoulders together. You can lift up a leg or the other leg. Then we come down and we come into what's called happy baby. So I'll walk you through it. Please don't look at the screen. So if you'd like, lie on your back, bend your knees and walk your heels as close to your rear end as possible. Don't look at the screen. Only look at the sky. It's really important. Good. So walking your heels back, and then with the strength of your thighs, lift your hips without looking around. Only look at the sky. Take 2 or 3 breaths. This is a perfect time for the little people and animals in our life to invade our space, and that's what always happens. Good. Big breath in. Look only at the sky. And when you're ready, come on down, rolling from the top of your back to your tailbone. If you'd like to go up into another back bend, feel free. So my practice, I go into a pose and I hold it for 2 to 5, sometimes 10 breaths, so I really get something good out of the pose. And it helps me focus. It helps me stop thinking about everything else, really be present. And that's very important in our practice. So if you're doing a second back bend, whenever you'd like, roll your spine back down again, stay flat on your back, head's on the floor, low back is low, and draw your knees into your chest. If you'd like, your feet can be up towards the sky, and you can grab onto the outsides of your feet and pull your knees down towards your shoulders or towards your armpits. Good. Perfect. Nice long breath in. Long breath out. Good. If you'd like, keep your legs straight up in the sky. I'm still not doing anything, so I don't want you to look at me. Legs straight up to the sky, and then lower your legs, straight legs together, as low as you can get them toward the floor. And just hold them there. It doesn't have to be 2 inches from the floor. It can be barely beyond vertical. You're using your belly muscles. Good. And then draw your knees into your chest again. Perfect. We're going to do a very gentle twist, and then we're going to do Shavasana. We want to make sure that we have time to finish. Good. So with your knees drawn into your chest, let both legs roll to one side. You can straighten out one leg and let the top leg roll over. So you're in a reclined twist. Maybe you stretch your arms out to the side. Good. Shoulders stay on the floor while your hips roll. It's a gentle twist after the back bend. Stay there as long as you like, and then move to the second side. Same thing. If you're going to look at the screen, make sure you sit up first, but I'm going to demonstrate this pose. I'll do this way. Good. I've got one hand on top of my leg, helping move it toward the floor. Very nice. When you're done completely, you can take another roll to the second side, draw your knees to your chest, and then stretch your body out nice and long. So legs are reaching, toes are reaching away from fingertips. Stretch your whole body long. Now just the right side. Make the right side as long as you can. You're lying flat on the floor. And let the right side go. And just the left side. Stretch it out as long as you can. Stretch long, long, long. And let that release. And our last pose is Shavasana, which I'm going to demonstrate now, but it's nothing to look at. You're lying flat on your back if that's comfortable. If it's not, you can lie on your side for Shavasana. But it's a very important part of our practice. Lying on your back with your arms slightly away from your body, with your legs slightly away from each other. Your eyes are closed, and your body is at complete rest. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. This is the end of our practice, but we're going to spend a couple of minutes lying flat here. It's a very important part of what we do. Eyes are closed. I'm going to help you get your body a little heavier. So, take a long breath in and feel the back of your head get a little bit heavier on the floor. With your next breath, take a breath in and sigh your breath out. Take another breath in, and as you sigh that air out, let your shoulders feel heavy on the floor. Let your spine get heavy on the floor. Feel your hips sink into the earth. And your thighs, your knees. Sigh out another breath as your calves and ankles and heels get very heavy. Feel your feet relax. Feel your shoulders and your elbows become soft and heavy. Feel your hands relax. The earth is supporting your whole body, your muscle, your skin, your bones, and all your organs. Let it sink in. Let the earth hold you. Breath is normal. Body is still. For a few more moments of complete silence, then I will bring you out of Shavasana together.
Your body is at rest. This is what we crave. This is what we need to balance the busy, creative, accomplishment-laden lives that we live. To be still, to be at rest. Notice how good it feels to stop. Remember what we did to get here. We stretched, we breathed, we balanced, we worked hard, and then we stopped, and it feels so good. This is a good time to commit to doing this again. Just stop everything you're doing, all of your activity, and rest. It isn't sleep. It isn't listening. It isn't getting anything done. It's rest. And like everything that comes to an end, I'm going to walk you out of Shavasana now. So take a long breath in. Maybe stretch your arms up over your head and start to move your hands and your feet. And then curl your arms in towards your chest. Maybe draw your knees up. Maybe stretch your body really long again. Draw your knees in again and roll over to your side. It's traditional to go to the right side. Rest there with your head on your arm. Just pause. Good. And when you're ready, maybe keeping your eyes closed, you can roll up to sitting. We're going to sit quietly for a moment because this is the perfect time to be grateful. Grateful for your body that is strong enough to do everything you just did, for your balance, for the ability to breathe on your own, for the absence of pain. Everywhere that you don't have pain, be grateful. Be grateful that we are able to come together in this way and practice together. Take a nice long breath in. Your eyes can still be closed. We are all one. We are all in this together. We all matter. And we are all good. Namaste.